So I've finally just finished the latest Red Rising book. Now, what I'm going to go into in this video is other books and series that are a little bit devastating, that are worth your time, worth your commitment to their long series, and why I thought they were incredible along the way. So let's start with Red Rising series. So the first one that actually made me devastated, although the first trilogy, as it is really, really good. Iron Gold, the fourth one, has a character in it, Lyria, whose story is really painful, really heart wrenching. Um, Not even that uplifting by the end, to be honest, but a really good story nonetheless. Her entire commitment to what she does in this book is worth of note, worth a read on its own. But obviously, get through the first three Red Risings. If you start them now, trust me, you'll want to finish them back to back to back because they are that good and that gripping. So then you get to this one, which I've just discussed. Then you get to Golden Age, which is also painful but really good. And then Lightbringer was. I think that's going to impact me for forever. I don't think I won't think about stuff that has happened in Lightbringer because of the preamble, the build up, the way Pierce Brown makes you feel as you go through it. It is devastating but beautiful. Like it's really, really good. If you haven't read Pierce Brown, I haven't seen much about him, I would definitely say give him a listen, give him a go. He is, I would love to read what he does next. I think that's the question, right? So he's finishing Redguard, or he's wrote 1,000 pages of Redguard, which is the seventh Red Rising. Now that I can't wait to come out. I don't know if it's going to come out in 2027, hopefully, maybe towards the end. But that is one where you absolutely will want to get the series ready for then because he's set it up perfectly for a crescendo ending, and I'm terrified for who he's going to kill off next. And I want it to be no one. I would like a nice, clean, happy ending, but he's too good a writer to do that. So but what I was actually saying is what Pierce Brown does next. So he wrote all this stuff in the Red Rising series. He's even wrote a couple of, pre-books before the series starts. I'd love to know in all that time what his idea for the next book series is. I probably need to do more research into that. But once Red God comes out, and I love it, I would love to see that. So the next book I'm going to recommend, let me have a look for it here, is If You Want to Be Devastated. Like, The Core is the last book in the Painted Man series. So if you're looking for the cover, it'd be this one. So Peter V. Brett's The Painted Man is one of my favorite series. I think it's quite different to a lot of fantasy stuff that's out there. It is based on kind of demons come at you at night. They wake up in the dark, and basically the only thing that stops them coming to eat you and kill you and do not very nice stuff to you is having wards, so like signs with different glyphs on or different painted symbols on, and that will stop them coming into your home and having all the correct wards and stuff like that. But I mean, he's a bit devastating even at the start of this one, so you will be gripped straight away. But I actually think the ending in the last book, which he manages to build up to, and he goes about a load of different characters along the way, but the core is really, really good ending to any book I think I've ever read. Like, I need to know more about this universe. I need to know more about Peter V. Brett and why he wrote it and what the reasons behind it were. But I mean, it gets chunky towards the end, especially compared to the first couple. But yeah, it got me. It got me in here. It got me deep. But it was wonderful, wonderful ending at the same time. I don't think I change anything, even though you don't necessarily want to be devastated all the time. So the third series, I'm going to say, and this probably is a little bit more of a rogue shout. So the Gentleman Reston series, aka The Lies of Locke Lamora. So a lot of this isn't that devastating. A lot of it is more criminal underworld plot. And what I mean by that is like you've got kind of these little gangs, different people who look to kind of commit various crimes and steal stuff really well. So I think that kind of like thrillery vibe alongside, I always say Ocean's 11. I think it's a terrible example, but Ocean's 11 vibes, a heist, a really good heist but with really good world building behind it. But there is emotional devastation in this one as well, particularly this one, that really hurts, really hurts. And then if you've read this one, you'll probably then want to move on to Red Skies Under Red Seas, the second one, and Republic of Thieves, which is the third one. Now, Scott Lynch, it's been a long time since he wrote that third one. There is supposed to be another one coming out, but it doesn't seem to be on the horizon. Similar to Patrick Rothfuss, similar to George R. R. Martin. I don't know if it's ever going to be finished. But really don't let that put you off, because this is a book that lives in my head rent free. And around here is going to hurt. All right, so the other one I'm going to mention, and I'm not going to pick them all up because the books are bloody massive, but Words of Radiance, I think possibly the best, but I might be remembering it wrong, but possibly the best book in the Stormlight Archive. I just thought the ending was quite good. I might have rushed it a little bit because I really wanted to know what had happened. Actually, journey before destination, that's kind of repeated mantra throughout these books. But Words of Radiance is brutal. Like, he really goes into a lot of emotions throughout the Stormlight Archive. Brandon Sanderson does, the writer, that he doesn't, I think, in a lot of his other books, like, Tress and the Emerald Sea, Mistborn, have some heavy moments, particularly the end of the first trilogy of Mistborn, The Hero of Ages. Like, literally the last 5 pages are brutal, and you just sit there after you've read it, just phasing out, wondering what the heck to think. Are you having an existential crisis? Are you panicking about the world? Do you feel small? Do you feel big? Do you feel empowered? That is how you feel at the end of Hero of Ages. But enough about my tangent. Words of Radiance is worth your time. And if you have to sit through the first book, which is somewhere on my shelf, I mean, Oathbringer's here, Rhythm of War is here, The Way of Kings is somewhere behind me, but I can't quite find it. And I really like the first one, but Words of Radiance, possibly the best one, and brutal as ever. They're always brutal. These ones. You get, because there's so many pages and it does take a while to build up, you do feel very emotive behind the characters, which always helps when it falls off a cliff, right? Cool. So that is everything I was going to mention today. If you like these book recommendations, please hit us a follow. But let me know what you think of them, and if you think there's anything else I should read or review. Thank you very much.